Why kids shut down emotionally, and what's really going on. Have you ever watched a child suddenly go silent? One moment they're arguing or crying, and the next, it's as if someone pressed the mute button. No words, no tears, just a sudden, heavy quiet. For adults, it's easy to misread this silence. We might reassure ourselves with thoughts like, "They're fine now. They've finally calmed down. They must not care about it anymore." But the reality is much more complicated. According to psychology, this quiet isn't a sign that a child is okay or has moved on. Something deeper is happening beneath the surface. Kids don't go quiet because they're calm or at peace. More often, emotional shutdown happens because everything feels overwhelming. Their feelings get too big, too confusing, or too scary to handle, and silence becomes their only way to cope. What's actually happening during shutdown? This isn't about willpower or self-discipline. It's not a child deciding to be good. What's really at play is a stress response in the brain. When a child's emotions reach a level that feels unmanageable, or when they sense that it isn't safe to express those feelings, their nervous system steps in. The brain hits the brakes, slowing everything down and shutting off outward expression. This shutdown doesn't mean the problem is solved. In fact, it's the opposite. The child goes silent because silence feels safer than letting those big emotions show. The quiet isn't a sign of resolution, it's a protective shield. Why shutdown looks like good behavior? Here's where things get confusing for adults. From the outside, emotional shutdown can look like a positive change. The child stops arguing, stops crying, stops pushing back. It seems as if they've finally settled down. Adults might feel relieved, assuming the storm has passed. But inside the child, the nervous system is still activated. It's just frozen instead of exploding. Their body and mind are still full of tension, fear, or sadness. They're simply locked away. That's why it's so important to remember. Quiet does not mean okay. A calm exterior can hide a storm within. What really causes emotional shutdown? Kids don't start shutting down for no reason. Usually, it's a learned response to repeated experiences. Emotional shutdown often develops when children have their feelings dismissed or ignored, are pushed to move on before they're ready, are punished or shamed for showing emotion. Sense that honesty about their emotions might lead to disconnection or rejection. Over time, a child's brain learns. When I show my feelings, I lose connection. People turn away from me, get upset, or don't listen. So instead, they protect themselves by withdrawing into silence. Why pushing makes it worse? When a child shuts down, the urge for adults is often to push harder. Talk to me. Tell me what's wrong. Use your words. But pressure doesn't help. In fact, it usually makes things worse. The more a child is pushed to talk when they're not ready, the more their brain interprets the situation as unsafe. The stress response tightens its grip, pulling them further into silence. You can't force a child to reconnect. Connection can't be demanded. It has to be offered gently, with patience and understanding. So what actually helps? What really helps is prioritizing safety and connection before trying to get a child to talk. Instead of insisting on a conversation or demanding answers, it's more powerful to simply stay close and let the child know you're there. Try approaches like these. Sit nearby without expecting them to speak. Stay physically present and calm. Offer comfort with your presence, not with questions. Say things like, "I'm here whenever you're ready. You don't have to talk until you want to. I'll be here." This approach creates a sense of safety. It tells the child that their feelings are not too much for you, and that they don't have to hide to stay connected. Over time, these moments of safety make it possible for children to open up again, little by little. How this looks in real life. Children who feel emotionally safe don't stay shut down forever. They might go quiet for a while, but as they sense that it's safe to be themselves, safe to feel and express whatever is inside, they gradually return. These returns may be slow and cautious at first. Maybe a small comment, a glance, or a little sigh. But each step is a sign that trust is being rebuilt. When children realize, "My feelings don't scare the adults around me," they learn that it's okay to come back, to connect, to share, to be themselves. It doesn't always happen all at once. Sometimes it's a process that takes time and many repetitions. But when a child does open up again, the connection is genuine and lasting. The takeaway: emotional shutdown in kids isn't a sign of calmness. It's a form of self-protection, a way their brain tries to keep them safe when emotions feel overwhelming or unsafe to share. The solution isn't to apply more pressure or to try to force conversation. The real fix is presence, simply being there, offering steady, non-judgmental support. This is a simple but powerful shift parents can make right now. Remember, when kids close off, it's not to hurt or punish us. They're protecting themselves the only way they know how. Our job isn't to push them out of shutdown, but to create enough safety that they can find their way back in their own time.